Well, good morning, everyone. Are we live? I think we're live, and welcome to the stream. Hope we've all had the most wonderful weekend in preparation for what a lot of people are saying is going to be one of the busiest weeks for Manchester United this transfer window. How are we all doing, chat? Whether you're joining me now or whether you're joining me afterwards, let me know how your weekend was. Let me know which deal you're most excited to see moving on this week in the transfer window. Let me know. How you doing, pal? Hope you're doing well, mate. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Malman. Things look to be happening. 100k new stadium. Yes, 100k new stadium. Won't be happening this week. Can guarantee that won't be built overnight. That'll be a 6-year project. But we'll talk about that near the end. A lot to talk about today. We've got Matthijs de Ligt talking about Mazraoui, WAN-BISSAKA, Victor Lindelof, Antony leaving potentially. I know some people in this chat are going to be very excited about that, as well as so much more. Hope we're all looking forward to today. I hope we're all doing well. Probably Agartis' power. Yeah, I get that. Some quite sceptical reports surrounding him at the moment. Well, not really sceptical, sorry, just a lack of reports surrounding Agartis. Give it 2 more minutes and we'll get straight into the stream. Casemiro's staying, says Macmillan. Maybe. It looks more likely than not at the moment. Looks more likely than not. And chat members, stick around to the very end of the stream today, because I'll be doing a game review of Manchester United against Arsenal, getting into all the nitty-gritty and giving you my thoughts on what was a relatively positive game for Manchester United. Mazraoui not exciting. WAN-BISSAKA, Sancho sell more exciting. Yeah, I can see how you see that. I can see how you look at it like that. I can see. 1 more second, chat, and I'll get straight into the stream. How are we all doing today, chat? I hope we're all doing well. So, shall we get into this? And good morning, everyone, and welcome to the MPB Morning Show. I'm your host, Alex, at Alex Talks All, and it has been 11 days since Manchester United last made a signing, and that was Lenny Yoro. And the vast majority of people are predicting that this week is when the so-called drought of signings is supposed to change. The rainfall will come. It's going to rain cats and dogs, and maybe rain Nagate, rain a Mazraoui, maybe even rain a Matthijs de Ligt. So to kick off the stream, I'm going to ask the family, the communal MPB Morning Show chat, I'm going to ask you lot, which deal are you most excited about? Which deal do you think is going to end the drought? More importantly, do you think there is a drought going on at Manchester United? Do you think that there is an issue with the way we're going about deals, or are we doing it methodically, smartly, and just being patient in this rather tricky market? And while you're doing that, please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. We're aiming for 10,000 subs by the end of the summer. I would love to hit that target alongside all of you. Get involved in the chat down below as well. It really helps the stream. Dutchell played under Erik ten Hag is the new criteria for incoming players. I mean, there's quite a few incoming players by the looks of it. I mean, the whole big week. This is a massive week for Manchester United. This whole sort of rumour started when Fabrizio Romano said on YouTube, this coming week will be an important week for Manchester United in the transfer market. Many things could happen. United are working on several deals. As every time I seemingly mention Fabrizio Romano's name, there's always a little bit of a cry from the chat saying he's not that reliable, he's fallen off. Let me just assure every single one of you, Fabrizio Romano is a phenomenal journalist, and when he's saying stuff like this, the club has told him. He's got his fingers in so many pies. He is a kid in a candy shop. He knows and sees everything. So look, I'm taking this as gospel. Essentially, this is gospel. We're back. I know I took the weekend off, Sosa. Quite a few reasons to counter for that, but I'm glad to be back and presenting to all of you guys. For Here We Go's I predicting this week, I mean, lots of deals are being worked on. He doesn't specify incomings or outgoings, though I suspect they're very closely linked. The fact that there's no real separation between the two indicates to me that, look, one outgoing, one incoming. One outgoing, one incoming. That's the sort of trend that looks to be going on at Manchester United at the moment. Also, many things could happen. There's a could. There's an asterisk against this. Nothing could happen this week, theoretically. So what's the hold-up? What's stopping United from going ahead and signing everyone? As I just alluded to, it's outgoings. And that's not a guess. That's not a hunch. It's proven facts. And let me tell you why. Looking at the Mazraoui deal, that to me is all the evidence you need than outgoing, finances and incoming at the moment. Alex, use some hashtags for more reach to the audience. We do, mate. We do. You right, Israel? How you doing, pal? Garnat Chota, what a name, my friend. Signed Ezekiel Fernandez, the 21-year-old Argentine soccer superstar. Football, my friend, it's football. I haven't heard of him before. Let me know, chat. Anyone else heard of Ezekiel Fernandez? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Man United will sign this week. I bloody well hope so, mate. I think it'll shut some people up in this chat. I think, you know what? I don't mind us taking our time. I don't mind us waiting for the right deals. But some people in here may not. You need a better mic, mate. Is the mic not doing well? You sure? Let me check my mic. Nah, my mic's calm, mate. Is my mic different to normal, chat? Is my mic different to normal? I'm creating a petition to keep WAN-BISSAKA. Yeah, no, I get that, mate. Look, let's talk about Mazraoui, shall we? Let's talk about Mazraoui. So Santi from the Daily Mail, who, by the way, has been phenomenal this summer. Santi, the entirely Daily Mail group, you've got Chris Wheeler over there, Simon Jones as well. They've all been the MVPs of the Manchester United summer transfer window. They could very easily guess. They could very easily just sort of make stuff up like some of their other peers do. If you're not Fabrizio Romano, if you're not a David Ornstein, they could just go hunting for clips. But no, they've been going about conducting some phenomenal journalism. And look, I think they've done brilliantly. And Dave again broke the massive exclusive, Santi this time, saying Manchester United have today reached a verbal agreement with Bayern Munich to sign Noussair Mazraoui for around £21 million. The only thing missing is an agreement on personal terms between West Ham and Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. Again, look at the words used, verbal agreement. An official bid hasn't gone in. Why? We haven't put a bid in yet because we don't have the money. The cash flow just isn't there at Manchester United Football Club. We don't have the money. Point blank, Manchester United don't have the money. And we're going to get the money by selling Aaron Wan-BISSAKA to West Ham United. The personal terms is an issue, though Santi goes on to say West Ham have reached an agreement with Manchester United to sign Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. Chat, let me know. What do you think is a fair price to be selling Aaron Wan-BISSAKA to West Ham United? £10 million? £15 million? £20 million? £5 million? Who knows? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Only the player's agreement is missing, and West Ham's salary offer should convince him to join. Before Inter turned their heads, I believe Aaron Wan-BISSAKA wanted to move to London. He missed out, I think, Crystal Palace, he loved it there when he was living in London. Any London club would suffice for him. I think he would have rather moved to Inter, but I think United are sort of pushing him out the door a little bit now. It's time to leave, Aaron. It's time to leave, is sort of what they're saying. I think it will end up being done. It's damn near, in my opinion, done and dusted. That's what I'm feeling. Santi is, what else is called him right? I'm asking. He's got the Sancho news spot on. He was spot on with the Lenny Yoro stuff. Santi has been superb this window. It's a huge this week, like every other week. Says Malps, yeah, no. I do agree with you a bit there. It does feel a bit repetitive. This week's big. Next week's big. The week after that. I do think we're waiting on sales, but I think we're so close now to getting deals over the line for outgoings-wise. Wan-BISSAKA, you know what? I expect it to happen today. I'm expecting, as the thumbnail says, Mazraoui deal done today. That is what I'm predicting. Yep, Z, I agree with you, mate. Think we can get Mazraoui, here we go today? I think we can. Second Aaron Wan-BISSAKA goes, Mazraoui is done as well. Fabrizio Romano, just so there's all clarity on personal terms, it's been said that total priority has been given to Manchester United from the beginning for Mazraoui. So the West Ham deal fell apart. I'm assuming it's why no other club has gone in for him. Fabrizio Romano confirms it by saying, let's see, where is it? Here we go. Manchester United have agreed personal terms with Noussair Mazraoui. Done, dusted, this close. I think it's 1%. I think Aaron Wan-BISSAKA needs to give their heads up the yes, and the deal will go through smoothly. Powell says, people forgetting Mazraoui will be back up. He need not to be crazy good. Almost same evaluation of Aaron Wan-BISSAKA and getting a player who will sign for a 4-year deal rather than leaving for free next summer. Powell, you're right, mate. Powell, you're right. But look, this entire deal for me, the entire way it's been reported, it's sort of indicated to fans. It's telling fans, look, we're doing our best. We can agree fees with clubs when they're being reasonable. Bayern Munich are being unreasonable for Matthijs de Ligt, hence we haven't agreed a fee for them. Bayern Munich for Mazraoui, though, we have agreed a fee. £21 million, I mean, that's a bit inflated because, as always, everything with Manchester United is inflated. Look, it's £15 million plus add-ons. That's what I believe it is. The same thing West Ham agreed it to be, but they just inflated it a little bit because United is in the name. But again, spelling it out for us. We can agree a fee and get personal terms done when everything is reasonable. We just can't sign a player until we sell a few. That's all we're waiting for. Hi, Jonathan, mate. How you doing? Lindelof, McTominay, Maguire need to follow him out the door. I agree. Apart from Maguire and maybe McTominay. Lindelof definitely though. Lindelof will be talking about very, very soon and how he might be very, very, very important to the Matthijs de Ligt deal. I'll be stunned if we don't announce any new signings this week. I expect two, to be honest. I expect de Ligt and I expect Mazraoui. I expect both to be here we goes, announced, done and dusted, everything this week. No to Mazraoui? Yes or no to Mazraoui, chat? Yes or no? I think Sosa at the moment is leading the WAN-BISSAKA brigade. Is anyone else joining him on that? On that brave cruise that he's going on? We need a left back. As usual, we are here. Welcome, Bocco, mate. Hope you're doing well. But again, we've sort of had our pick of the pool. Mazraoui we've chosen over Dumfries. Would anyone here prefer Dumfries? You know what? First poll of the day. There were three right backs we could have had as our backup by the end of the window. Let's see which one you lot would preferred. Who would you rather have as your backup right back next season? I think Antony go, mate, stick about for the end of the stream because I'll be talking about Antony leaving Manchester United, and boy, oh, I'm so excited about that, chat. I am very, very, very excited about that. Do I think it's going to happen? Well, wait till the end and you'll find out. Wait till the end. We'll go Dumfries. We'll go Mazraoui. I always am scared spelling Mazraoui. I always spell his name wrong. And WAN-BISSAKA. Let's see what you lot say. Get involved in the poll chat. Get involved in the polls. Over 70 of you in the stream right now. Get involved in the chat down below. If you vote, let me know in the chat why. Who are you voting for? Why are you voting for them? Let me know. Let me know. No, Jonathan, mate. Oh, mate. I love it when you're on form like this. Just heard from a very good source that we were still targeting Branthwaite over de Ligt. Maybe, mate. Maybe. Branthwaite's name hasn't been thrown about anywhere near as much as de Ligt's recently. Mazraoui is class. You know what? When it comes to Mazraoui, I prefer WAN-BISSAKA's profile. Off the ball, I don't think there's anyone like WAN-BISSAKA in world football. We've all seen the Zaha clip of him running through on goal and getting scoop tackled. And Zaha after the game going, you know what? I looked behind my shoulder and I saw Avan coming up. I'm like, oh, God. There's no one like him. There's no one else who can do that scoop tackle. That's literally verbatim of what he says. I've seen that clip a million times because I know just how feared WAN-BISSAKA is. Raheem Sterling, a man who has tortured United for years, stopped when WAN-BISSAKA came because what's he going to do against WAN-BISSAKA? Nothing. He's locked down PSG versus United. Axel Tuanzebe and WAN-BISSAKA locked up. Kylian Mbappe, they locked up Neymar, they locked up the entire Paris Saint-Germain side, Angel Di Maria. Everyone was stumped that day because WAN-BISSAKA was on tip-top form. However, I do get the idea with WAN-BISSAKA because on the ball, his profile isn't as desirable as Mazraoui. Mazraoui can invert. Mazraoui is really good on the ball technically. He can play left back a lot better than WAN-BISSAKA can. He can stick out wide more. He's better underlapping, better overlapping. He's got a ping on him as well. There's more to like when it comes to Mazraoui on the ball. He looks cleaner. He gets Erik ten Hag's system probably a bit more. Look, I do get with Mazraoui. I do get the deal being done. I'm not mad at it. However much I would prefer WAN-BISSAKA, that's me saying I prefer WAN-BISSAKA. I'm not mad at the Mazraoui deal being done. He's useless on the ball though. I would say he's useless. He looks a bit funny because his biomechanics are a bit off, but that's no reason. He keeps the ball quite well. Can break Rodgers' ankles twice a season. It makes me happy. Makes me happy. 79% of you are in favour of this deal. I mean, you'll be very happy when I believe the Here We Go. You know what? I'm guessing the Here We Go will be coming today. I reckon like 4 o'clock, we'll get that sort of confirmed. Get that across the line. That is my guess, chat. That's my guess. That's sort of my indication with it. Mazraoui is more preferable. Yeah, I get it. Was getting done in the blooming Bundesliga. In the blooming Bundesliga, mate. What? What do you mean? Erik ten Hag wants to keep Panda. And WAN-BISSAKA also says Panda. Yeah, mate. I don't think he'd want to keep him. I think no manager in the world would not want to keep WAN-BISSAKA. But at the moment, where this project is at, we need technical superstars on the ball. People who keep the ball with such ease. Mazraoui is the one to do that more than WAN-BISSAKA. I get the deal being done. And he's not awful on the ball. Weren't we signing Mazraoui to unlock Antony Los's Hamza? Mate, no, I do agree with you there. It is a bit troubling. But I did hear that Besiktas is looking at Antony. And we'll talk about that a bit later. I'll keep you waiting for that because we've got some things to talk about first. But hey ho. Oh my God, Cubus. Chat, opinion of the day. Not saying it's good or bad, but get involved with this. If I were United, I would sell Dalot over Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. Aaron Wan-BISSAKA is great if we're against a dangerous winger like Doku, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. Dalot is above average on everything, but master of none. Cubus, mate, I disagree with you. Mate, I disagree with you quite strongly. Chat, does anyone agree with Cubus there? Diogo Dalot should be sold over Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. Get involved in the chat, whether you agree, whether you disagree, whether you are appalled by that, or whether you have been won over by that argument. Let me know in the chat down below. Let's get involved in that. Why not? Dalot says Caleb, backup right back. Backup. I think Mazraoui will act very similarly to Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. He'll compete with Dalot. He'll push for the first place. Do I think he'll get that? No. I think they'll just compete for it. That's my guess. Dalot is a no-sell. Dalot was our best player last year. Point blank. No one was better than him. Not Bruno. Not Mainu. Not Licha when he played. Not Onana. Not who else played well last season? Not Højlund. No. It was Diogo Dalot carrying us, genuinely. At times last season, Diogo Dalot put us on his back and carried us to victories. Honestly. Partially agrees to Sosa. Oh, shot collar, mate, Sosa. Shot collar. I don't know what you drink this morning, says Z. Oh, good God. No way to Sunil. Dalot is a no-sell again. Selling Dalot is insane. It's depressing. I agree with you, mate. Absolutely agree. Will Mazraoui stay fit, though? My only problem, says Z. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that, mate. I think the injury record concerns all of us. We all know just how bad it is for our fullbacks to get injured. I'm looking at you, Luke Shaw, looking at you, Tyrell Malacia. It is a shame. It is a shame about the injury record. But you know what? I saw some reports saying he's not as injury prone as some might believe. But look, I'm going to hold my breath on that. I'm going to back him when he comes. Because I do think at this point it is a when, not if, for Mazraoui to Manchester United. If you're enjoying the stream so far, and if you're enjoying the news that Mazraoui to Manchester United might as well be done and dusted, then make sure you smash the like button and hit the subscribe button as well. We have 40 likes on today's stream. I'd love to see all the support in the chat down below. Man U for life, good signing. Yeah, I get that, mate. I get that. Cuba says, you guys overrated Dalot so much. He's not that great, but very versatile because he can play multiple positions. But that's about it. He's great on the front line as well. He's great balling up from the back. He can play as a third centre-back on the right. He can play as essentially like a second striker up there. That's what I did sometimes last season. Diogo Dalot I'm very, very, very fond of. I think it's really unfair to sort of cast aside, oh, get rid of him, oh, bring... No. Don't even think about moving Diogo Dalot on personally. £21 million for a backup. Wow, I think that's reasonable. Why are you guys so upset about having good quality and depth? Why are you so upset? We're allowed to bring in players for a good amount of money to be a backup, to provide quality depth. As we all saw against Arsenal, the second we get an injury or two, good God, are we in trouble. Good God, are we in trouble. Other than right back and left back, Mazraoui can also play as a DM and centre back. Centre back, he'll get killed in the Premier League as a DM. I haven't watched enough of him. He can invert. Mazraoui can invert. I don't know if he is if he's a 6. I don't know. 30 costs £35 million plus, and Jose will not sell him. Yeah, Kalioglu isn't coming. It's a shame. I would have loved Kalioglu. I think he was the perfect player for us. For depth-wise, for quality-wise, for going forward on the ball, he was the perfect fit. But Jose Mourinho was not budging on him. Didn't West Ham agree for £16 million? Who knows? Who knows, mate? Honestly, no one has got a clue about Aaron Wan-BISSAKA and the thieves to West Ham United. United need early Ten Hag Dalot. Dalot was top the entirety of last year, mate. He was fantastic. But anyway, shall we move on to talk about Matthijs de Ligt, everybody? Shall we move on to talk about him, the other man of Bayern Munich, the other player who we've sort of been stuck in a bit of a stalemate with Bayern Munich for a while now. Let's talk about Matthijs de Ligt. Ending the poll for the right backs, 76% would rather have Mazraoui as your right back next year, with Dumfries and Aaron Wan-BISSAKA taking 12% of the vote each. You know what? That makes me happy. I'm glad more people did not want Dumfries than Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. That makes me rather happy. That does make me rather happy. But let's talk about Matthijs de Ligt, everybody. Fabrizio Romano dropped news on him. He said Matthijs de Ligt remains a strong target than Manchester United. Bayern Munich will keep asking for £42 million from United. Romano, again, fantastic journalist. I think he spoke to the agent. In the same sort of report on YouTube, he spoke about Mazraoui and him agreeing personal terms, his sort of situation with United, and Mazraoui and De Ligt have the same agent. So it would not shock me if the agent either comes to Romano or Romano's gone the other way and they've had a little chat, spoken about it, and they're trying to push Matthijs de Ligt, trying to sort of keep that interest going, keep the story going, and sort of force either United or Bayern Munich to drop their demands or raise their bid. Let's look at the wording of this report a little bit more, though. Remains a strong target. Key word there, strong target. Strong target. I'm more keying in on that because we knew that Matthijs de Ligt was a strong target. It's interesting that Brandt wasn't mentioned. Interesting that Hanko wasn't mentioned or any other centre-back. Antonio Silva, nobody. No other centre-back was mentioned. It's quite clear now, with the limited funds that Manchester United have at our disposal, Matthijs de Ligt is the number one centre-back target. He'll be the only other centre-back signed in this window. It's quite clear now. It's quite clear to me. That is the man. that is the target for our centre-backs this window. Are we happy about that, chap? Is Matthijs de Ligt the man we should be signing? I mean, so it says, now that Yora is broken, De Ligt must be top priority. In my opinion, De Ligt and Hanko must be top priority. We need at least 2 new centre-backs coming to Manchester United ASAP. ASAP. We are one Masters injury away to having Johnny Evans as our left centre-back. I don't want that again. I love Johnny with all my heart. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a really good mentor to the younger lads. I think he's actually quite a good player. He can't be starting week in, week out in the Premier League yet again at left centre-back. I can't be having that at all. And guys, over 90 of you in the stream so far. Make sure you smash that like button. We're at 29 likes right now. Can we hit 45 likes on today's stream? Show your support down below. Let's get this week started off with a bang. Left centre-back, Maguire and Martinez. Even then, we're selling Lindelof. You're a Maguire suspension away, Martinez injury away. How injury-proof is Martinez now? Is he fully healed? Who knows? Who knows? And you're, by the way, a little bit of an injury update. No one actually knows. I mean, I read a report from, where was it? Here we go. Hurst Class said, Erik ten Hag left the SoFi Stadium last night, concerned that Lenny Yara will be out for a considerable period because of the muscle injury that he suffered in the match. Hurst Class, he's a really good reporter, so I'm going to sort of trust a lot of things he's saying there. When it comes to the muscle injury, it's muscle injury versus hairline fracture in the ankle. No one really knows. It would be so on brand for Erik ten Hag's tricky Reds if Manchester United yet again got another player with a non-contact muscular injury. It would be right on brand, right on target. And again, a bit of a poor indictment on Erik ten Hag's training regime. If they're already that intense in pre-season to where they're breaking our players, yeah, no. We can't be doing last season again. We can't be doing last season. But I think it's a bit of a toss-up between muscle injury, hairline fracture. I'm, in many ways, hoping for a hairline fracture because they'll be out for more time. It's a better sort of indication of how our training is going and how we're doing as a club managing fitness overall. So that's what I'm at with him. Likely 2 months, probably. But though, chat, the last time one of our young 18-year-olds got injured in pre-season was out for like a couple months. They ended up being the player to score the winning goal in an FA Cup final. So, to me, I don't know about you, chat, but might be a little bit, not a blessing in disguise. It's not a blessing in disguise, but maybe it's a sign from the divine gods of Manchester United. The Busby's looking down on us, telling us that we've got a superstar on our hands. De Ligt can play left centre-back, silly boy. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say, is it, Macmillan? Let's tune that down, shall we? No, I'd say De Ligt can play left centre-back. I wouldn't want him to because I still think he's quite angular biased, but I don't know about that. I think I'd rather strengthen depth. And also, then who have you got a right centre-back with Yoro out the time? It just shows how weak our depth is. Hanko is just as important as Matthijs de Ligt. We still need 2 more centre-back signings this window. The more I think about it, the more I realise just how crucial it is and how, at the moment, the midfield is patchy, but we can get by with injuries. We cannot get by with this defence. Honestly, this back line is so weak at the moment. United should have signed Tosin as a free agent. His wage demands, apparently, were so high. They were so high, apparently. You mean Mainu? Did I not say Mainu? I thought I said Mainu, no? Concerned there is not moving on the midfielder front, says Dan Mazungu. Wait for a sale to happen. I think I'm waiting for a sale to happen at this point. Hanko's 40 million euros. Hanko literally... is he at Atletico Madrid already? No, he's not. Surely not. I thought that hadn't happened yet. Let me check. I don't think... Okay. Pending confirmation, mate. Pending confirmation from Telegraph, one of the best Dutch outlets says, pending confirmation, there is currently no chance of David Hanko moving to Atletico Madrid. So, no, mate. Unfortunately, he's not at Atletico Madrid. Sorry. Yeah, no, it seems... I think Madrid aren't really have the funds to really bring in Hanko in at the moment. Boys, keep it calm in the chat, shall we? Let's keep it calm. He's not athletic bound. He's not. The deal was off. Exactly. There we go. Hoping and praying it's not anything over a month. I think it'll be like 4 to 8 weeks, to be honest. That's the sort of ground I'm guessing in. Hanko, yeah. Anyone know how to reserve a curse on Pogba's witch doctor? Get a priest in. You know what? We spoke about the stadium earlier a little bit. When we knock the stadium, if Old Trafford gets knocked down, you know what? Imagine they find something under Old Trafford. Just imagine. I know it's been a joke for years in the United fan base, but imagine if there's actually is something buried under Old Trafford. That would be hilarious. Hanko is off. The Hanko deal is off. But chat, looking at a little bit more than the Matthijs de Ligt deal, £42 million is what Bayern Munich want. Do you think that is a fair deal? Chat, do you think that's fair? Let me know. Do you think that's fair? To me, it's a tad over market value. I think 50 million euros for Matthijs de Ligt is a bit much. I think he's a great player who's had a poor season, poor stock at the moment. They want to move him on. That's my big thing when it comes to Matthijs de Ligt. They want another centre-back. They need the money to get in Jonathan Tah. We've already showed Bayern Munich. If Matthijs de Ligt doesn't happen, we're looking at Jonathan Tah as well. Remember those reports came out saying... what was it? Saying that we'd spoken to the agents. That's a scare tactic on Bayern Munich, saying, look, you want Tah? Yeah, if you don't give us our preferred option, we'll take yours. Which I love, the big balls on United doing that. Honestly, a lot of respect for them for doing that, because it's a bit dangerous. It's a bit dangerous because you can upset the other club, but I do respect the just sort of the ballsness of it, to be honest. 40 million euros, yeah. 40 million euros is more than fair for me. 40 million euros is more than fair. Anything more, it's a bit much. I think you're getting a little bit ripped off for that. But let me know, chat. Does anyone else disagree with me? Do you think £42 million, 50 million euros is a fair price for Matthijs de Ligt? Let me know. He's worth 40 to 45 million euros. I'm in agreement with you, mate. I'm in agreement with you. Anyone else? United should pay £36 million for Hanko in 12 instalments. What, pal? What? God, you lot have got some funky opinions this morning. I go away for 2 days and look what happens. 40 million euros plus 10 million euros, not pounds. They offered 25, but Leverkusen want 30. Is that for Hanko? That's for Hanko by the looks of it. Can we sell Maguire, Sancho, and WAN-BISSAKA in one window? Is it going to affect our homegrown quota? I doubt it, because we, I think Vashi, Shaw, Scott. No, we've got plenty. His wages aren't fair. Is that about Hanko with the Ligt? Chat. Okay, back to the Ligt. Let's go back to the Ligt. The Ligt's market value is £65 million. No way. No, it's not, Malman. Chat, do you think the Ligt is worth £65 million? I can't believe he's worth even... No, he's not worth 50. I think he's a great player. He's not worth that much. And chat, at the moment, we're at 35 likes, around that value, which I think is fair for Matthijs de Ligt. Let's see if we can aim for 50 likes. What Bayern Munich is saying is the valuation of Matthijs de Ligt this summer. Let's see if we can aim for that. 15 likes away. Let's show support on the stream. Oh, Cumis and Macmillan are having a little bit of a strop in the chat today. Oh dear, boys. You know what? As long as the insults only silly boy, I don't mind. Have your fun, chat. Have your fun. Sancho and Agate swap deal. I doubt it, because both clubs will be wanting both clubs are going to be wanting PSR help. Both clubs will want PSR help, unfortunately. Take a look at transfer market and you will see his value is 65 million. I personally don't love transfer market and a platform like that. I don't trust it that much. I don't know. I just think there's better ways to judge a player than transfer market, to be honest. De Ligt is levels above all the defenders we have and who we're linked to. I think... I'm still going to go out on a limb and say our players we're linked to, Jarrad Branthwaite is a better signing and a better player than Matthijs de Ligt. I'll happily say that. I would rather have, if you could sign a player this summer for centre-back, I'd rather bring in Branthwaite than de Ligt. 100 times out of 100. We are desperately in need for a left centre-back. Desperate in need. Desperately in need. But chat, give us 2 more minutes and we're going to move on to be talking about Jadon, Malik, Sancho and the sort of narrative wars that are going on between United and PSG and who is winning in the media. Propaganda is being spread, but who is coming out on top and who is actually telling the truth? Stick around for 2 minutes and we'll get into that. Stick about, chat. Archie Brown for Hanko. Who's that, mate? Who's that? How about we go for Tar instead? Cheaper and good for Euro development. I think the club would rather have de Ligt, but Tar is a good backup option, to be honest. Football Giants, Branthwaite's ability to play left centre-back and right centre-back puts him ahead of de Ligt. Branthwaite can play both. It's quite nice. He did it under Ruud van Nistelrooy as well. He played both under Ruud. He can also play left-back, which is really, really, really rather nice. So look, that's how happy I am with it. Yeah, Antony also valued at £35 million according to transfer market, but he is nowhere near 20 million euros. Yeah. Mate, I agree with you 10 times over and 10 times more. Yeah. Transfer market, not the best way to evaluate players. Like, somewhat, mods, check out for me, how much is Sancho worth on the, on transfer market? Let me know. Because at the moment, United are valuing him at £60 million. I reckon he's probably valued on 40 million on there. That's my guess. Why didn't Ruud van Nistelrooy and PSV activate the £12 million buy release clause? They offered 6 and walked away. Branthwaite is overhyped and overrated. Look, we're not getting to a Branthwaite debate. That's not going to go very well. That's not really the main topic of conversation. The one who we should be talking about, for £60 million, not 6 million, is Jadon, Malik, Sancho. Speaking of players looking sharp, Jadon Sancho looked really rather nice against Arsenal when he came on. Though how long he's sort of, he's going to be wearing the United jersey for, wearing the United badge on his chest, is at the moment up to the club itself and not Paris Saint-Germain, despite what appearances may seem. So the other day, Sports Zone put out a report saying PSG have reached an agreement in principle with Jadon Sancho. However, he is not their priority option and they favour other players. Manchester United want 60 million euros for Sancho. So I think the fee is about right. I think we'll accept bids. I think the whole sort of premise is we'll accept bids around the £40 million mark, £42, £43 million mark. We want somewhere around £50 million. That is what we really want for him. Are we going to get that? No, probably not. So I agree. I do agree with the report on that respect. Reached an agreement in principle with Jadon Sancho. Again, Santi has reported that. I trust him on it. I'm going to trust Sports Zone as well. What I am intrigued about is the second sentence. However, he is not their priority option and they favour other players, which I think is half true. It's half true. Is he their priority option? No. I think Kvaratskhelia out of Napoli, the Georgian, the one who lit up the Euros at times, and I think Rafael Leao. I think they are the priority options for Paris Saint-Germain this summer. The problem is, this is put into disrepute by Fabrizio Romano, who argues a different sort of narrative regarding Jadon Sancho. He says PSG made contact with Sancho's agents. There are still no talks between PSG and Manchester United, as the French side are waiting for United to decide what they will do with Jadon Sancho. A very, very different argument here. I don't think it's been official. I think there's sort of been a very vague verbal agreement between the sides of the Jadon Sancho's agents and PSG, basically saying, PSG have gone, here's what wages we'd offer, here's what we want you to do, would you come to us? I think Sancho and his agents have gone, yeah, we would. They haven't ironed out all the finer details, though I expect they would all be very easy to iron out and essentially a formality. So you know what? I think Marlon's not behind there. He just can't really confirm anything more because anything more isn't exactly set in stone. What is interesting is as the French side are waiting for United to decide what they will do with Jadon Sancho. That's the interesting bit. Because it's very different. PSG haven't made a move according to Sports Zone because he isn't their number one priority. Manchester United are arguing differently, saying the ball's in their courts. They're going to decide what to do with Sancho first. That's what the sort of opinion is. Chat, who do you think's right in this scenario? Do you think PSG are holding all the cards and they're waiting and choosing, they're picking their poison, picking who they want to be essentially their Kylian Mbappe replacement for them? Or do you think United are holding all the cards? Are they the ones in the control? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Can't wait to see Sancho leave. I mean, that's a bit harsh. I mean, chat, does anyone here want Sancho to stay? Let me know. Let me know, chat. And guys, if you're enjoying the stream so far, we are 10 likes away from 50 likes today. All your support has been great on the stream so far. And as always, smash the subscribe button. Follow me at Alex Talks All on all platforms. We've got so much content coming out soon. You don't want to miss a beat. They favour Doué, Kvara and Nico Williams. It's interesting. Nico Williams is a name really strongly linked to Paris Saint-Germain. Fabrizio Romano hasn't said a thing. Not said a thing. And on the Nico Williams deal, it looks quite certain he's staying at Athletic Bilbao. Somehow, after the whole saga with him, he's somehow staying at Athletic Bilbao this summer, which I find mad. They favour Doué, Kvara and Nico Williams. I don't think the Doué deal is related to it. I don't think it's related. I think they get Doué and Sancho. I think they'd get both. Sancho leave, so says keep. Sancho was done when he kissed that Dortmund badge and said he was home. He was upset. He was pissed off at Erik ten Hag. It wasn't right, but I do get how he acted in the moment. I do get why he acted the way he did. I don't agree with it, but I do get it. Hot take, I'm keeping Sancho. I get why you'd keep Sancho, especially if you can move on Antony. And that might be part of the reason why Manchester United are stalling on the deal. We're just being patient. We're just waiting. Speaking about being patient, stay patient to the end of the stream, chat, and I'll be doing an Arsenal United deep dive into the performance. The whole 60 minutes of it at least. I sort of fell asleep for the last half an hour penalty shootout. I wasn't awake. God, you lot overseas, I don't know how you do it. I'm very, very, very impressed with you lot because I couldn't hack it at all. But my opinion on the whole Sancho saga, what's going on there, my opinion is they're sort of both right. I think Sports Zone are right in saying Jadon Sancho isn't their priority target, but I think they've already gone down the list and already failed. Kvaratskhelia was very strongly linked to Paris Saint-Germain earlier on in the summer. He was a name very closely linked. But it never ended up happening. I think Napoli put out a statement saying he's not going to leave. They don't want him to leave, despite, I think, Kvaratskelia's desire to go to Napoli. Rafael Leao, another name. Again, I think if that deal was going to get done, it would have either been more closely linked or would have happened already. That's my issue with it. I think PSG have got priority targets, people who they prefer over Sancho. I just don't think those deals are either feasible or going to happen this summer. So I do think United are holding the cards. They are sort of holding the red light, holding the stops at PSG, keeping them at bay. But I do think they're eventually going to let their guard down and enter negotiations with Paris Saint-Germain for Jadon Malik Sancho. I do think that deal gets negotiated. Do I think the deal gets done? Probably. I think if they do start negotiating, the deal does get done. I reckon Jadon Sancho leaves Manchester United to Bruno Fernandes for £45 million by the end of the summer. Only journalist I listen to is Romano or Ornstein. That's fair, but others get really good information, mate. I think Sports Zone haven't really heard of them. I think they're spot on here. Honest to God. Can't Sancho play like he was doing in Dortmund? Yeah, that's fair. Overseas fan base is brilliant. I love them, mate. I love them. And they're a huge part of the community here. So, you know what? I have so much respect for you lot. So much respect. But okay, chat. Let's do a bit of a yes or no poll, shall we? Let's get involved in the stream. Does Jadon Sancho end up staying at Manchester United this summer? Not do you want him to stay? Do you think he ends up staying? Staying at Manchester United this summer. Let me know, chat. Let me know. Get involved in the poll there, chat. Get involved. He'll be amazing at United. Who are we talking about here, chat? You lot don't like Sancho enough to be talking about him like this. You're getting a highly rated Jantisek, who's a left centre-back, but they want to sign an experienced player at left centre-back until Jantisek is ready to start. Who's Jantisek? Who is this mysterious man? Is he a United kid? Is he an academy kid? Who is he, chat? Who is he? Let me know. Let me know. But shall we talk about a deal I've been wanting to talk about the entire stream, biting my tongue, getting the more realistic stuff out of the way, and getting on to the pipe dream that is Antony leaving Manchester United Football Club. I'm rather excited about it. Let's have a little chat about it now. Besiktas have made a move for Antony. Manchester United want to sell the player, but Antony wants to stay. That is by Turkish outlets, I'm assuming. I'm going to try and pronounce it. I think it's Ertan Suzgun by BGK Havers. I think that's how I say the names. Apologies to the outlets if you're watching this. I doubt you are, but even if you are, I'm sorry. But yeah, look, do I think it's going to happen? No. Why? Because I think there is interest in Antony. I think there is interest. The club wants to sell. If I'm not mistaken, the club is offering him out, essentially whoring him out, to anyone who will listen. That's what they're doing with Antony. But Antony wants to stay. He loves the club. He loves the paycheck he's getting given. He loves the fans. After every goal he scores, which let me just tell you, everyone, guys, Antony doesn't score very many goals. He doesn't. Every single time he scores, he smacks the badge, he kisses it. And you know what? You have to respect that. He does, I think, truly love the club, its ideals, the way it's put together, what the club means in general. I think he adores it. So I can't really hate him for that. My issue with Antony is he's not a very good footballer. It's a bit of an issue. Not a player I love. And I do think if any deal gets done, it's for less than £20. £20? You know, I'd do the deal for less than £20. I think it'd be less than £20 million, £25 million. That is the fee we'd agree to, because at the end of the day, United want to move him on. I think we're getting sort of adjusted to the fact that he's not a very good player. He's not great. And he doesn't really deserve to be playing at Manchester United Football Club. Besiktas' highest price paid for player in history is €11 million. Ain't no way they can afford him. Well, can they take him on loan? Please? That'd be nice. That'd be lovely. Mourinho wants Lindelof. Why not include him in the deal to sign 30? 10 million, 15 million pounds plus Lindelof for 30. The thing with 30 Kadioglu is Jose Mourinho also wants him as well. I think he wants both in his back line. And you know what? That would be a really fun sort of partnership on either side. Lindelof is great on the ball. Kadioglu is great on the ball. They both suit Turkish football. I think that's going to be a match made in heaven. Match made in heaven. There you go. Can't speak today, chat. Can't speak today. He's a one-trick pony. Get rid. Chat, does anyone want to keep Antony at Manchester United? 55% of you think that Jadon Sancho is going to end up staying at Manchester United. What percentage of you want Antony to stay? Not do you think he stays? What percentage of you think he's going to stay? Don't get involved in the poll. Let me know yes or no in the chat down below. Do you want him to stay at Manchester United Football Club? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Kvaratskhelia versus Portugal in Euros is just crazy. It's been a long single player who carried the entire team on his own. Georgia versus Portugal. That was a really entertaining game, no? Looking back on it, that was gorgeous. That was a great game. Saha says no. Mate, why do you want him to stay? Give me a good reason why, actually no, do you want, no, sorry, no, you don't want him, sorry. No thanks to Antony. Jonathan, mate, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. Anto, boo. Oh, for God's sake, chat. Oh, for God's sake. I agree with you, but still. Chat, please. United need a player who can create chances. Yeah, that's fair. He deserves another chance. Why? What has Antony done at Manchester United Football Club to deserve another chance? What has he done? I look across players who people ask for a second chance for. Erik ten Hag got his second chance because he won an FA Cup. That's what he did. People like Rashford deserve a second chance after an appalling last season because of what he's done for the club in its recent history. The season he had 2 years ago. If Rashford wasn't as good then, I don't know if Erik ten Hag would still have a job at Manchester United. He took the team and put it on his back. He was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Jadon Sancho deserves a chance because he dragged his side, Borussia Dortmund, to Champions League final last year. That's how good he was. I think he was the best player on the pitch for Dortmund in every game of the Champions League which he played for. He was sensational. Best player on the pitch, top to bottom, at least in the Dortmund colours. That's why they deserve second chances. People like Højlund, for all the disrespect he gets given, he scored 16 goals last season in his first year in the Premier League, and as a kid, very raw, and is showing recently signs of improvement. Antony is regressing, chat. Antony is regressing. And when others have been given a chance in front of him, people like Ahmad, they have taken it and ran with it. That's what's happened. That's what's happened. I thank Antony for his goal versus Barcelona, but I'd sell him immediately with a thank you. You know what? If we give out a second chance for Antony, because of his goal versus Barcelona, which amounted to exactly nothing, yeah, no. You can make an argument if you really wanted to. Antony versus Liverpool, that goal, sure. I'll give you that. Barely. Any other reason, he does not deserve a chance at our football club. Not a chance in hell. He is staying. No one in their sane mind will offer him the same wages as us. Yeah, that's a bit of a troublesome thing as well. That's quite troubling. Chat, how big are his wages? Does anyone know? But he cut inside and shoot wide every single time. One trick pony. Doesn't even hit the target nowadays. Just goes over the bar and wide, honestly. That false narrative that Jane dragged him to the Champions League final really makes me angry. He wasn't even in the top 5 best players. I disagree with you. I think Jadon Sancho was phenomenal for Borussia Dortmund. At least in Europe. Maybe in the league, I wasn't watching all the games. Look, I can accept being wrong there. But in the Champions League, no. He was superb. Straight up superb. Plus, his season was interrupted by fake allegations. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. It's not really my place in this channel to do that. I don't like doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, he did have interruptions. But you know what? Get on with it. It's sort of how I look at it. £200,000 per week. That really makes me upset when Yoru's going to earn less. When De Ligt's going to earn less. When Xerxes earns nearly 3 times as less. Like, that's insane. Actually, there is a player that played the same way as Antony. Robin. But yes, well, yeah, wait. But, okay, fine. But Robin is way better than Antony because he's perfected his skill to make it unpredictable. Iron Robin is one of my favourite players of all time. He was never unpredictable. Everyone knew what he was doing every single time he got the ball. The issue is with Iron Robin, he perfected his skill to make it so good that no one could stop him. No one could stop him cutting inside. No one could stop him bending the ball to the far corner. Nobody. Iron Robin was that good. He was that good. Hi, Rodrigo. How you doing, mate? How you doing? He wasn't good even before his scandal. Yeah, Caleb, you're right. He was never good. He was never good. In the league, Sancho was good. In UCL, most dribbles out of anyone in the Champions League. I think in the league, it's debatable. I saw one game of Jane in the league, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't a pretty sight. And chat, we're only 4 likes away from 50 likes. I would love to hit that target today. Get involved down below and smash the like button. And as per, get involved with the subscribe button as well. Get involved in the channel. Get us to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. This channel is only growing and growing and growing, and I want to see all your support behind it. Robin was a monster. He was a superstar. Who is your favourite non-Manchester United player? Never played for the club, never even had a stint here. Who is your favourite player to never play for Manchester United Football Club? Let me know, chat. Let me know. And while I wait for your answer on that, we're going to move on to talk about the Manchester United versus Arsenal game. Big point of conversation, a big game that happened. Is there any more news that dropped? I mean, speaking about players no longer at Manchester United, not at United at all, David De Gea is about to sign for Genoa. Look, I'm not really mad at how it all ended. I think David De Gea acted poorly under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He threw hissy fit after hissy fit when it came to talking about Dean Henderson losing his place when he rightfully lost his place. To me, David De Gea, look, I wish him all the best. I hope he enjoys Genoa. I hope he has a good time there. I hope he has fun. Hazard says ZM. Ronaldinho says Maddison. Roberto Baggio says Macmillan. Platini says Jonathan Bull. Messi says Maddison. Yeah, it's fair. Ronaldinho Gotcha says Alex. I actually preferred Ribery, says Sosa. Sergio Ramos says Caleb. Messi says Saha. Mine was probably Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale was mine. I adored Gareth Bale. Adored him. He's in my top 10, maybe even top 5 best players of all time for me. Anyway, Very different conversation. Very different conversation. Thierry Henry versus Israel. God, chat. David De Gea will be playing again, but he's our history. He is our history. He's one of our... Is he... He's up there with our appearance record, isn't he? He's up there. He's very much up there. Zola, wow. God, you lot are much older than me. You lot are much older. But chat, shall we go on and talk about the Arsenal vs United game? A bit of a breakdown of that game. 2-1 was the result. 2-1 to Arsenal. But you know what? It's pre-season. We're not judging the game on its results. We're judging on the way we played. And there's a lot of mixed things to take away from that. Let's get into it already. But first of all, chat, were you happy with how we played? Were you happy? What was your biggest positive? What was your biggest negative? Let me know in the chat down below. Let's get involved. Let's do a big group chat analysis in the final 10 minutes of this stream. Get involved. R9. So Alex was about to sign Bale. Zidane ruined Bale's career. I mean, he scored a cracking overhead kick, didn't he, under Bale from under Zidane, if I'm not mistaken. He was great. What should leave? I don't care anymore. I do. I have a lot of love for ex-players. I have a lot of love. Bale, pace and power, technical ability, beast. He was a monster. But let's get talking about the United game, shall we? United Arsenal. What was your biggest takeaway? Biggest positive, biggest negative? Let's hear your feelings and thoughts before I give mine. Let's hear. Apart from one of the goals should have been offsides. Technically, we got a good... we got a goal disallowed. So unfortunately, we didn't have more of our first team players through. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Happy with the first half, but injuries wrecked our flow. I agree with that. When Højlund was playing, we were much, much, much better than when he wasn't. But yeah, I was only awake for the first 60 minutes. I sort of fell asleep. Sorry, chat. Look, I was knackered. It was like, what? Nearly 3 o'clock? No, nearly like 2:30. I couldn't hack it anymore. I'm really sorry, chat. I'm really sorry. First half against Arsenal was quite strong. Javi Amas is incredible. Amas is ready. You know what? I'll talk about him in a second. Let me give you my sort of overall thoughts on the play and more importantly, on our system. On the ball, in possession, we were very poor in our temperament. I think we were rushing too much. I think, as it was a lot of times last season, go, with no pause, no breath. We were constantly in fifth gear. We never dropped back once. We never sort of cruised along. We were constantly going forward at 1,000,000 miles per hour. I just don't think it was working. It just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't working. Look, sure, we got a few nice combinations. We played well at times. Few good transition opportunities. Ahmad had a good chance after a really good build-up play. I think Matt had a good shot. I think Ahmad had another good chance as well. The Højlund goal obviously was very direct. Look, that was really nice. But I'm still quite concerned about us on the ball. I think we're quite rash. I think we're quite temperamental. I think we need to take a chill pill, to be honest. I don't know if that was Euro and Maguire not being that comfortable with each other. I don't know if that was an instruction. But look, I had concerns about our temperaments and about us constantly rushing things. When it comes to individually, I think that's the best I've seen Manchester United look individual-wise in years. Genuinely in years, we were phenomenal. I think every player on that park looked so sharp. Onana was fantastic. Amas, that boy's special. That boy's special. Rashi looks great. Højlund, before he came off, looked great. I thought Ahmad was great as per. Mason Mount was the best player on the pitch. I thought Casemiro looked okay at times, which is a compliment from me. Toby Collier, really good. Lenny Yoro, besides the first mistake, which he covered for himself, really good. Harry Maguire looked really good. WAN-BISSAKA. So I'm a bit concerned why we weren't more in control of the game because of how good we were. We were being so quick, so direct, constantly. It was almost like we were playing with a grenade, with a hot potato. It was with no time to breathe. I wonder just how good we would be if our first phase of play was a bit calmer, if we were a bit more controlled, and we wasn't rushing every time we got the ball and just allowed ourselves a breath to breathe, to think about what was going on. I think we'd be 1,000,000 times better. The Euro injury killed my enthusiasm for the game. It did mine as well. It did mine. I think, you know what? I'm not going to blame the medical staff. We're playing on artificial grass. Year on year, players moan about going to America because the ground's artificial. Their knees get screwed over. Their ankles get screwed over. Højlund, hopefully it's fine. Højlund seems fine. I'm concerned about Yora a little bit, but I think he'll be out for 2 months max. And you know what? There is a tradition at the moment with our top 18-year-olds getting injured and then later becoming superstars. So you know what? I'm not... it's not a blessing in disguise. It's not. But it could. It's a nice little parallel to draw myself to give me a little bit of hope. Arsenal would definitely miss on more players. They had quite a few players there. They're missing Saka, but they had Martinelli. Do they have Havertz? I'm not too sure if they had Havertz. But we were missing... You know what? We were missing Xerxes. We were missing Mainu, Garnacho. We were missing... Who else? Antony. No, Antony was there. Sorry, Antony was there. I lie. He was awful, wasn't he? I don't remember much of it, but I thought he was awful. What about Hannibal's future? He wasn't great, unfortunately. He really wasn't great. Matt Millen YouTube says, Mount was playing like a second striker just off of Højlund. Can see a pattern we may play this season. Def see Mount, Bruno and Xerxes playing that pocket behind Højlund this season. That is where I want Xerxes to play. That is exactly where Xerxes should be playing for United. Honestly, I've been banging on about it for a while now. That is where Joshua Xerxes should be playing for Manchester United Football Club. 100%. 100%. And no senior keeper for them? Yeah, they were struggling a bit. They were struggling. We lost mainly last season. Now Yora and Højlund. Højlund's not lost. Højlund's not lost. Højlund's not lost. Any more news coming out? Just check. I would say no. I think Højlund will be fine, to be honest. I think Højlund will be fine. Butcher. Yeah, we're missing Lisandro Martinez as well. We're missing quite a few players, chat. We're missing quite a few players. We're missing Shaw, Diogo Martinez, Bruno, Cobbett. Yeah, we're missing loads of players. We were. But let's talk about Javier Mas. It's a player who I want to talk about a little bit because I thought on the ball, he was a marvel. Carrington has done it again. There is not an academy like us at all to me. I think when it comes to the quality we have in the youth department, no one comes close. And Mas was superb. He was absolutely incredible. And you know what? Look, I'm very happy with him. I think he's ready-ish. I think physically, when you're that technically good, you're fine. I think if we play a Mas this season, you have to have a Brantwaite or a Hanko next to him. Or Yoro. I think you need a really agile centre-back next to him to cover up for him because off the ball, he's not that agile, he's not that quick, he's not reactive enough, he's not smart enough yet, he's not as well drilled defensively. On the ball, he has talent that you can't teach. The way his body manipulation, his balance, his footwork, his manipulation of the ball itself, his IQ is just insane. His creativity is off the charts. You can't blame him on the ball. Off the ball, I have struggles with him. Which is why I'm sort of being quite hesitant on him, to be honest. First game for Maguire, though, I think Maguire was fine. I think Maguire looked quite good. And chat, if you are enjoying the stream so far, and particularly this breakdown on the United-Arsenal game, make sure you hit the like button. We're at 49 likes so far. 1 like away from the special 50. Make sure you show support on the for the show. Make sure you show support. Ahmad as right winger is very dangerous to the opposition. I agree. Ahmad on the right is our starting right winger. I don't know how you can't see it. I think, he's brilliant. The superlatives I have for Amad Diallo are never ending. I think he is phenomenal. Honestly, I love him. I can't wait to see him play. Amas or who else? Don't abbreviate Amas's name next to his... okay. Maguire was good. On the ball, I thought he was. Sorry, God. Good Lord. Off the ball, he's been injured for a while. Give him a bit of a break. It's pre-season. You can't crucify every other player made mistakes. Yoro makes a big mistake. You don't see me getting at him. So you won't see me going after Maguire. These players are in pre-season. Mistakes like that are going to happen. They're going to happen. 3 a.m. kickoff next. I can't do that. Is it? Oh, please, no. I don't want a 3 a.m. kickoff. Who's it against? Who's our next game? I get it, man. He did get skinned twice. I accept that. I'm not blaming him, though. And Mass will need coaching through games because of experience. May benefit from rude coaching him like Brantwaite did. You know what? I don't even think he does. I think he just needs experience being skinned, essentially. He needs every single time in training to be put up against Rashford, to be put up against Garnacho, put up against Ahmad, Antony, even Sancho. He needs these different sort of wingers flying at him. Højlund as well. He needs to get used to different players, different styles, just running at him. Just running at him, getting used to being taken on. He needs that. Because otherwise, I think he's in a lot of trouble for the Premier League. If he's going to stay at this club, he needs to be able to defend himself. He needs to. I do think he's quick enough as well. Just about. Physically, he needs a slightly bigger frame. I don't want to lose that frame at all. Because I think his turning circle is top. I think his body manipulation is incredible. You don't want to lose that at all. So I'd be quite wary about putting too much weight on him. But look, I think, yeah. Look, Amas doesn't need that. His body composition doesn't need to be changed that much at all. Yeah, he does. He reminds me of Shaw. He reminds me of Shaw McMillan. He does. Mazraoui is going to unlock Amas' potential with the overlapping run and his progressive passing. You know what? Dallo never really did that for Ahmad. And I think when we have that in the squad for him, I think wonders will happen. Honestly. It was always Ahmad and WAN-BISSAKA, which, you know, I love Aaron. But he's not a man to unlock Amad Diallo. So look, I'm quite hopeful that we're going to get some good things for Ahmad next season with a proper right back. And chat, I'm going to very quickly end the stream, unfortunately. Let me check if there's any more news out. Let me have a little look. We've just from a... Apparently, here we go, chat. According to a West Ham source, he's a West Ham insider. He says West Ham have reached an agreement to sign WAN-BISSAKA from Manchester United. West Ham have agreed a fee of £15.5 million with a potential further £4 million in add-ons to the right back. Personal terms have been finalised. Medical will follow. That's a really good deal. Considering Pletty Gold said it was £10 million a few days ago. If that is right, if that is correct, I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with the Mazraoui to WAN-BISSAKA. I've sort of come down to it a bit more and more. I get why we're doing it. I'm quite happy with the way this window is starting. Chat, Mazraoui to Manchester United. Here we go. I suspect will be today. And if you've enjoyed the stream today, make sure you hit the like button and smash the subscribe button as well. We're aiming for 55 likes. See if we can hit that before the end of the stream. And as per, aim for 6,000 subs by the end of July. We're only 400 away. Let's see all your support on the channel. And as always, make sure you get me at Alex Talksall on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Got content coming out there on all my platforms. Make sure you don't miss a beat of that. And as per, get at us at mufcMPB on X. You never, ever miss a piece of United news. I'll see you boys next time tomorrow at 11 AM. Hope you have a good one.